We are discussing Resolution 31AA. Our lawyers, Troon, provided our board with 3 different resolutions that we could look at to adopt. Version A is the resolution that would mean we opt in to 31A legislation. Version B is we choose not to opt in. And version C is if we choose not to opt in unless language is changed. That's a summary. Are we ready to make a motion on one of those resolutions?
I'd like to make a motion that we accept Resolution B after reviewing our legal information from our attorneys in both the resolutions. I feel that that best fits the district and where the goals of the mission and the vision of the district.
All right, so we have a motion. Do we have a second?
Seconded.
All right, this is a resolution. So this is
Resolution B, and I will happily read it.
read it, and then once we read it, we have a roll call vote.
At a school board meeting of the Board of Education of Mount Pleasant Public Schools on this 17th day of November, I resolve, whereas Public Act 15 of 2025, which amends the State School Aid Act, Section 31AA, Michigan Common Laws 388.1631AA, to allocate funding for fiscal year 25-26, to support school safety and student mental health initiatives, as well as to provide certain competitive grant funding. And to receive 31AA funding, the district must agree to receive the funding in the form and manner established by the Michigan Department of Education and either formally adopt in or seek a competitive grant. 3, as a condition of receiving either type of 31AA funding, the district must agree in advance that in the event of a mass casualty event as defined in Michigan Common Laws 388.1631AA, 1, the district will be subject to and comply with a comprehensive investigation following such an event. And 2, the district will waive any privilege that would otherwise protect related information from disclosure. And 4, the board has been advised of and is fully informed regarding the legal and practical implications of requirement, including that it may affect the confidentiality of communications otherwise protected by the attorney-client privilege and other applicable privileges related to a mass casualty event. And 5, the board recognizes that the waiver requirement may expose the district to legal, repertorial, and operational risks, that the decision to accept or decline funding carries significant implications for the district's ability to manage sensitive information responsibly. And 6, after careful deliberation, the board has determined that while it fully supports initiatives to enhance school safety and student mental health, it is in the district's best interest to preserve legal privileges and to make a deliberate, informed election regarding participation in 31AA funding. Now, therefore, be it resolved that, 1, the board hereby resolves to decline Section 31AA funding in order to preserve attorney-client or other applicable privileges that would otherwise be subject to waiver under the conditions imposed by Michigan Common Law 388.1631AA. This decision reflects the board's commitment to responsible governance and the protection of sensitive information while continuing to prioritize student safety through existing programs and initiatives. 2, this decision represents the board's careful and deliberate exercise of its discretion, balancing the statutory conditions of 31AA funding with the district's responsibility to maintain operational and legal safeguards. 3, all resolutions and parts of resolutions insofar as they conflict with the provisions of this resolution B and the same are hereby rescinded.
Thank you, Tim. This is a roll call vote.
Derek Snyder, yes.
Whedon Pengel, yes.
Jessica Jernigan, yes.
Madison Chapman, yes.
Melissa Isaac, yes.
Tim Odekirk, yes.
Thank you, everybody. So we've chosen to adopt Resolution B, where we decline to opt in to the 31AA funding. I do want to say that as a board, we can reconsider this decision if the legislation change. This legislation is under, I don't know how you say that. There's lawsuits on this legislation, both state and federal right now. And so we can see what happens and revisit if we wish to do so. We good? All right. That moves us to our Board of Education discussion.
I have two quick things to bring up. First, I'd like to thank the Bob Garcia family for their significant work in raising funds so students could attend our regional state championships, which Mount Pleasant Public Schools won. That was a great act of the Garcia family. They got in the 20s organizations and businesses in the community to donate funds, so students didn't have to pay so they could attend.
I'm sorry, Tim, which event are you referring to?
Football game.
The football game, okay.
They purchased tickets from Michigan High School Athletic Association so students could go. It was awesome. It was a huge community thing. It went very, very quickly, and it was actually implemented quite well. So recognition to all of that did that, especially the Garcia family. I also want to thank those who work in the concession stands. I and my wife volunteered to help on that night. It was quite an undertaking. There were three lines, and it was always a line until 2/3 into the fourth quarter. There were people until we ran out of food. It was a lot of work, but that's a lot of effort and work and volunteer to support that with sports. I'd like to recognize all the people who, over the year, has donated their time to concessions at football, basketball, volleyball, all of those events. It's a lot of work. Thank you.
Thank you, Tim. I'm sorry I made you wait until after our closed sessions for the announcements.
I want to add on to what Tim said just a little bit. I'm under the understanding that there were additional funds left over from the Garcia family and the funds raised there, and so there will be a spirit bus, I believe is what they're calling it, that will be traveling to Greenville, yes, for the semifinal game. So that's an opportunity for students to attend that. So yes, Miigwech, thank you for that. And also, I have to give a shout out to the high school, the band, because there have been 2 games where they were not there, and oh my gosh, they set the vibe. It was so different, not hearing the fight song when there were touchdowns made, not hyping up the crowd, and the crowd did their best, but it just wasn't the same without the band, and so that they are an instrumental, get it, part of those events, and we miss them, and we're glad that they placed in the state and then traveled on to nationals. So congratulations to them, but we missed you, so I just wanted to say that.
I wanted to share some appreciation of the district's Veterans Day activities. I was able to join the assembly at McGuire Elementary, and the staff and students just did a fantastic job, and it was a great way to see recognition and appreciation of their own military veteran connections and people in our general community as well. So they did a great job with that.
I did make it out to Clue. It was awesome. I believe that's our new director's first play. It was very good. I watched that movie every year for Halloween and thought they did it well. So the alternate endings were fantastic. So well done to our team there.
I totally agree. I think they did a fantastic job. I mean, we've had such a strong month The last one, I had all of the ones you've mentioned, the band, the football, clue. The one we haven't mentioned is to wish our swim team good luck they're going to state on Friday. And so we do have quite a set of students, so it's really exciting to see. I wanted to mention that it's Native American Heritage Month this month, and there's a lot of activities both in our district and within our community around. I encourage everyone to take advantage of these opportunities to further our learning and grow together. And so if you have an opportunity, there's all kinds of things. There's too many to name. I'm going to get all the times and places wrong if I rattle them out now. Anything else? No? Well, all right. Thank you for your patience, and that adjourns our meeting for today. And it's been a very long time that we've had since we've had a meeting that lasted until 10. So thank you, everybody.